Lucasarts, the company that used to make excellent point-and-click adventure games. I feel like Lucasarts adventures were at their best when they weren't taking themselves too seriously, but clearly that wasn't the plan with The Dig. It's a Steven Spielberg story, so few if any jokes will be making it in, even if it's Lucasarts. What's there to say about gameplay? You point and click on things, rub things on other things until they chemically react with one another and make pure progress? What we want in a good point and click is puzzles that aren't too contrived, and then you gotta either make us see what ridiculous thing's gonna happen next, or have a semi-decent story, if not both. The story of The Dig begins with an asteroid on collision course with the Earth, and a team of wiseacres is sent up to give it a seeing to. I understand why we have a military man and an archaeologist, but why a reporter? Did we have time to train her for space travel? Anyway, we're only really seeing these three: Commander Lowe, whom we're controlling, Brink, the archaeologist, and Miss Robbins, a reporter who's coming along for shits and giggles, cause why not take a reporter with you on a mission to save the Earth from imminent destruction? No, I am not letting this go! We head up to the asteroid, which looks like it's about ready to smash into the Earth. What was the world just sitting on its ass for the last few months? Insert 2020 joke, topical humor LOL. The plan is to use nukes to knock it off course rather than splitting it into bits, which goes swimmingly. Step 2 is investigating the asteroid, which appears to have unnatural formations, meaning aliens.
It just feels unnatural. There are some odd projections near the bottom of this tunnel that don't seem to belong here.
It doesn't take too much effort to find the 12-sided core, and after a short puzzle involving plates and the kind of shapes I doodled in my math homework, we're yeeted into space. I'll just say this, the story certainly isn't dull. My first expectation was, I don't know, a small civilization on the asteroid hitting the Earth. I certainly couldn't have predicted this. When our intergalactic Uber comes to rest, our trio find themselves in an alien world, and not even a minute passes and the German decides he wants to be our soon-to-be antagonist.
This is an archaeological dig. Therefore, I am the obvious leader.
The other two talk him down temporarily, and exploration doesn't really give us much. We're stuck in the bottom half of this dodecahedral dome, delving deep through dilapidated domiciles of decades past as we collect countless curios to continue. That is until we find a spoopy ghost who leads us down a hole in need of digging. Oh, and Brink dies. Guess we don't have an antagonist then. I'm game for some chill puzzle solving, not every game needs a big villain. We seem to be in some kind of hub or nexus with multiple doors locked by these geometric shape codes, except for this one. There's an alcove asking for some shapes, same as the one on the asteroid, so we're hunting for those, I guess. But nothing's working right now, and Miss Robbins has run off to find a way home. Split up and look for clues, I guess. I find this energy source, and one of the beams seems to be pointing in the wrong direction. A bit of fooling around and I have the lens fixed, no problem. Hey, just call me the space electrician. Now we can open up tunnels to the spires with these rods. I only have the one though, but progress is progress. The first spire I can reach is some kind of museum that uses moving pictograms with different information. One shows some kind of bomb, the other shows an odd stone bringing a creature back to life. What, these stones? I'll have to try it on Brink in a minute. For now we reunite with Maggie, who's trying to get the alien Wikipedia up and running. Her plan is to try and decipher the alien language, which in turn should help us get off this rock. A good plan, but that won't happen anytime soon, I think. So we head to Brink's corpse and give him a bit of alien Mountain Dew. And it works! Miraculously it works. Wait, why the hell did I just revive the obvious villain? Well, villain or not, with Brink's help we get our hands on the whole tub of life gems. And that bomb I saw, but not before we get an ominous message from our ghostly friend. And it's not warning us about the bomb. I should point out Sir Corpsefire has become quite condescending and has developed a serious superiority complex after being brought back from the dead.
See how badly your brain is working.
It doesn't take long before we lose track of him, leaving us in our lonesome once more.
I'm beginning to take this personally. Nobody wants to stay with me. Maybe it's my deodorant.
We happen to find another rod, but for whatever reason its tram is out of order. In the meantime, I'll touch on puzzles. There's this one with a turtle skeleton, a semi-unintuitive puzzle where we have to reassemble an alien turtle, put a bomb in its guts, revive it, and have him blow up a sea monster. Admittedly, it took some messing around to get it done, despite this being an alien creature with weird anatomy. But here's my question, why go through all that effort to rebuild him perfectly just so he blows up? Just plop the bones in a pile, revive a writhing mass, and you get the same result. All this to get another rod taking us to the planetarium spire. I'm not sure what this says about the game's design, but I had more than one puzzle where I bumbled my way through by accident. I'm just messing around with puzzles, trying to figure out what I have to do, and bam! Fixed. On one hand, it could just be ingenious design, making me feel like I really am a brain-dead baboon smashing buttons until the treat pops out. On the other hand, it could just be the designers are pulling their hairs out right now because some idiot lucked his way through their puzzles. But the puzzles aren't without fault. Going back outside the planetarium, you need to get this doohickey to open the door, but an alien rat stole it, so you have to set up this trap with bits and bobs lying around. A pretty cool puzzle, but once you catch the bugger, now what? He doesn't have the thing on him, so he must have hidden it in one of the holes in the area. I tried everything in my inventory, but to no avail. Turns out I missed an item way back at the start of the game. I got this orb, but I accidentally examined it instead of using it, so it didn't lead me to the item right at the start, when it was supposed to. Sure, that's my bad, but the tracking orb does nothing unless you're in the right area. Lo just keeps saying the same thing.
There's a signal here, but I'm not getting a clear reading. It doesn't point in any direction.
I had to look it up, and I hate looking up walkthroughs. This is why I don't play Sierra Adventures. Then there's weird inclusions to puzzles that make no sense. I got this blue stick from the planetarium, which I surmise was used to fix the tram via this command center puzzle. Not a bad puzzle. But why, oh why do the spires turn off when you click on them? They don't do that before you get the rod, and there's nothing to be gained from turning them off. Anyway, the tram is fixed and takes us to the new spire where King Prickly Anus is being a condescending jerk.
What's the project you're working on here?
You're not a scientist. There's no way you could understand it.
Oh, I get it. I can figure out alien technologies, turn the power on, work the tram system, adjust the light bridge lenses, repair broken door control panels, and even resurrect one dead scientist. But no, I'd never understand your work.
I know you mean well, Commander Lowe, but I'm not working at the level of ordinary human beings right now.
Oh, I sincerely hope you got like an absolute bitch. I do like what they did with the different spires. Essentially, you have a set of chores to do aside from just picking up every loose object and smashing buttons until you see new dialogue. There are light bridges that need turning on each spire. They let you move between them without needing to trek all the way to the trams each time, and they form some kind of structure in the middle. Some are easily fixed while others require a little bit of extra effort. You need to find code rods to open more doors and find a plate to open the last door. It's nice to have some easy goals to start each spire with. At the very least, you can activate the bridges and come back for the other things. Other than Captain Dickhead, the tomb spire seems to be where the planetarium puzzle is linking. There's a mostly featureless room down here, or not. Let's get this panel fixed and clean that skylight. Turns out it is an elevator to some kind of secret chamber. After dealing with the chunky guards, we find a slumbering alien encased in some kind of stasis pyramid. We wake him up, but we sure as hell don't speak the language. Best check in on Maggie, who should hopefully at least be able to hold a conversation by now. Except that something's taken her away. Now we need to go and rescue her. As much as it pisses me off, I need Brink's help on this one. Not that he's going to be helping willingly, so we give him an ultimatum.
I'm not going to waste one moment on such a meaningless task.
Yes, you will, Brink. If you ever want these life crystals back.
We find Maggie in the map spire, which I haven't mentioned yet because this is the first interesting thing to happen here. Brink distracts the beast while Lo misses with the water flow, and Maggie blasts the beast with a nearby grate. Not a moment after we save Maggie, Lieutenant Asswipe steals the gems back and fucks off, which sucks because we need one to revive the native now that Maggie can speak the language. Luckily, Brink hasn't stolen the big stash yet. The creature is the scientist that created the life gems and the light bridges. He confirms a suspicion I've been having for a while. The life gem revived Brink, but he's basically a high-functioning zombie, slave to the life gems. His race was obsessed with immortality, and when the effect of the gems became apparent, he tried Plan B, which was to send his people to a higher plane of existence, where time is irrelevant. The issue is you can't really do anything in this higher plane, just kind of watch events unfold in the lower planes. Which sounds boring as hell, don't it? Unfortunately, they've been stuck there for millennia. The sad thing is we need to go get them out of Spacetime 6. Our only hope for home is having new stars constructed by his people. So we need to activate the Eye, the thing at the center of the light bridges, head into Spacetime 6, somehow save the natives, have them build a spaceship, and get the hell out of here. The scientist has little faith in our quest, but we have no other options, and the game designers obviously played this path before us. Sadly, they also made it so we have to interact with Dr. Dutyhead again. He has all the life gems now, and we just need 2 of them to activate the Eye. So we strike a deal and hope that El Nutsack doesn't turn on us out of paranoia like he did with every other deal. But of course, Dunning-Kruger has another baby rage and goes out like the bitch he is. With our life gems in hand, we can start up the machine, and it's just pure unfiltered finale straight into my veins.
Maggie, you liar. You knew this would happen.
The eye.
It worked. The eye is restored.
Worth it then. Go home.
Maggie.
Commander Lowe enters the eye and lures the natives back to the entrance by simply not moving. Weird how the greatest mind of their species didn't think of that, but the chimpanzee he abducted did. Time being irrelevant in Nolan Spacetime 6, one of the aliens grabs our friends as reward. For whatever reason, Brink is really old now, but either way we're given a spaceship to return to Earth, and humanity will gain a fruitful relationship with the aliens. All's well that ends well, I guess? It's more of a serious game than I'm used to playing Lucasarts games. There's the occasional one-liner or joke, but it's just still a Steven Spielberg story. It's played quite seriously. The being on another planet is handled in a realistic fashion, everything on the wall is alien. The story is pretty good except for the very happy ending. That death was handled pretty well. Kinda renders all the character moments pointless, don't you think?